Hello everyone, welcome to the Entrepreneur Power Hour, where we learn stuff, have fun, goof around, and figure out how to create amazing things for other people to partake at and to also share with the world. Today, again, by popular demand, we have Susan Day. She's going to show us how to format blog posts, because I don't know. I'm putting pictures and text and videos everywhere, and my SEO rating's so bad, and I can't rank, and I'm really sad. Can't you tell I'm sad? Maybe I'll go cut an onion and start crying. But without a further ado, Susan, what up?
Thank you. Thank you for having me back. Not a very exciting lesson today, but probably more functional and practical. Like you say, we've got to get our SEO up, and we've got to be found. Organic traffic is the cheapest and the best for long-term visitors, all sorts of stuff. So we're going to have a look today. Now, I think let me have a look. I can share the screen. Yep. So let me find, where are we? I've written an article particularly for Chris. It's about famous feline fictional characters.
Oh, I like that.
There you go. There it is. So this is it in Word. This is how I format things. You'll see there's no spaces, and there are some parts of the text here which are in bold. So that's what I'm going to do now. I hope I've already saved it on the computer. So what I want to do is, let me have a look. No, it's messing around. Oops. Oh, here we go. Let's go to this one and okay, here we go. I don't know, can you see the screen? Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, I can. Yep.
Just reading about optimized press there. No, sorry. It's being a little bit difficult. Let me try again. Yeah, okay, so I've got it up now. I'll try and I'm going to share it again. Sorry about that. So it's going in my Kitty Club. So this is just the basic WordPress post dashboard. I'm happy to just keep going. If you guys just want to interrupt, if you have any questions at all. These all look a little bit different. Of course, it depends on the plugins that you use. I just want to go through the absolute basics with you. And my main goal today is just to show you that the way you format your blog post is as important as what you're saying. So if I hit Control V, she says, hopefully, there we go. The text I just copied from Word should appear in this edit box.
Hey, Susan.
There we go.
Susan, what is
Yes.
the plugin you have on your dashboard? Dan wanted to know.
Which plugin?
I don't know.
There's hundreds of them.
Hey Dan, which plugin?
I was asking you guys for those landing pages and stuff what that plugin was, and you said it was Optimized Press.
Oh, okay.
I understand.
Okay. So I've cut and pasted directly into from Word into this dashboard here. Like I said, I take all the spaces out. That way it sits very nicely. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the text, and I'm going to go to this funny little rubber here, I don't know, an eraser here thing, and if I hit format, it removes any of the formatting that have come from Word completely. So it allows it to look much better. Now this is my title, so I'm going to copy that. Now this will depend on the way your theme's set up. So I've popped it into the title box here. Now the first thing I'm going to do is check my permalink under here, and I'm going to go to edit, because at the moment my permalink says 68-2. Well, I don't want that, because that's what Google used to search the site. Most people don't have their permalinks set up correctly, or they don't check them, and that's why their blog posts never get found. Unless somebody's going to search for 68-2 or -2, which I very much doubt, they're never going to find the website. So I've added it in here, the title. Some people might change this. You'll notice the title says 5 famous felines from fiction, cats and books. So they're all my keywords. So what I'm trying to do is find anyone who's interested in the famous cats that have appeared in literature. I'm going to press OK, so that's been set. And you can now, can you see? That's the URL. And at the moment it hasn't been published, so it's coming up down the bottom with a preview link, but once it's published, that will be the URL. Now back to the body of the article. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make that heading a H2 that stands out. Now this is 5 famous felines from fiction, so I need to make sure they're numbered. I'm going to go through here. So the first one is the cat in a hat. So I am going to make each of the cats that I talk about into a H2 heading, and I'm going to number them because I said there was going to be 5, and I have to show that there are 5. You have to promise what you deliver, even on, you know, just a fun little article like this. This is nothing deep and meaningful.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Okay, because I'm going to ask in relation to like when I do my blog post, because like you said, you made the first heading H2, and then you're making these I forgot what you called them the last time, but these points to you're making them H2 also. I've always done it where I make my main heading like the H2, and then I use my stuff underneath. I put it like at H3 or something, so that way it kind of denotes the difference. Denotes the difference between the actual title and then where I'm hitting the. Now, is that something you just do because you like it that way, or is it just, or have you found that it works better that way?
It depends on the theme that I'm using, and it depends on how I've set up the theme. So for this theme, WordPress theme, when the blog post pages have a featured image, but when people click on the article to read more, the featured image sort of disappears. So that's the part I'm doing it now. And what happens is sometimes your title can get lost. So I put my title at the top here. I make it H2. Some people make it H1. That's a real personal choice. There are times when I've used H3 as well, or I might italicize. It depends on the format and the feel I want to give it. The most important thing is, though, that these headings stand out if somebody's scrolling through, particularly on a small screen. So it doesn't matter so much whether you use H2 or H3, or whether they're bold or not, or italicized. What matters is they stand out on a small screen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was just saying, for me, I do a combination of things depending on how I'm going, like you, and my feel and what I want to give off. So, but I didn't know if you had learned or picked up something that works a little better that I could adapt into what I've done. So
yeah, well, this is what I mean. We were just talking about landing pages. I've spent thousands of dollars actually studying this stuff, and so it's okay to say I read this on a blog and it said this, and then I read this and it said that. And you brought up a really pertinent point, Dan, before, where you said a lot of the people who will give you information already have a really, really strong following. They have thousands of people, or at least hundreds, read their websites, and they don't have to adhere to the rules. They don't have to capture. They're not unknown, so people will read the things they write. This is this website's a really new one. No, it doesn't have any visitors yet. I'm still building content as well. So you need to. You also, again, your just to reiterate there that your subheadings are your place markers as well on a small screen. But how you format them, it's really up to you. You know, it doesn't really matter. So the next important thing we've got, your title is really important. It has to be quite rich with your keywords. There are a lot of keywords in these opening sentences. I'm going to publish it now, so I'm not going to go into the edit and schedule it to go out a bit further. I'm going to categorise it though, that's really important. I think facts about feline cats is fine. I'd really also, for those of you who are struggling with your SEO, I'd really look at the way you use your categories and using some keywords in them. A lot of people just use general words. This is obviously a website about cats, so if the word cat and feline and kitten should appear a lot in the category titles because they're searchable as well.
Cool.
So is that something any of you guys have done before? Have you found that your categories are working for you or not?
I haven't done that. I've never really heard anybody say anything about worrying about the categories or how they might play into your SEO and your stuff like that on your actual website. So that's something new to me and something for me to think about and look at.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look at the top, I'm dyslexic. Up here on the top left hand, it says categories. I'm not going to go. We can go and have a look at this a bit later. But you can actually go into your categories in WordPress, and you can see how many articles you put under each category. And I can do this for one of the big websites that's got a lot. You can adjust the name of your category. The first thing I would suggest you do is you go down to your settings, and there's a section that says your default category. Well, make sure it's not uncategorized. See this one down here? You can't, I don't think you can remove it. It might depend on your theme. But if you could remove it, I would. The default category for this blog is facts about feline cats, because if I forget to put the category in, then I know that it's something about cats, and again, it's searchable. So another mistake, and you see this when you'll start to go and visit other people's blogs, is you'll see that in the little metadata information that appears, it'll have this blog post is uncategorized. Well, that's a waste. It's a waste of something that can add to your SEO. Yeah. Ooh. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Does it have to be with an H1, H2, H3, or can you mix the combinations up and down? Because I've seen different ways of doing it.
Well, again, it's up to what you want. I think it's up to the information you're presenting. It doesn't really. Again, it could be through personal choice, or I would go with design choice though, and what works really well. The most important thing about your headings is they're going to work. They also add to your SEO, and also they work as place markers. So we're on small screens. So there's nothing worse than scrolling through a blog post or a web page, and you see text after text after text. And what happens is if you look up, if you go to do something, you lose your spot. And a lot of people just go, I don't know where I'm up to, and I'll just flick up and down. You've got about 1, 2, 3, bang, and I'll just leave the website. If you've got these really clear, significant headings, then they'll go, that's right, I was reading about that bit. Yeah. And the next thing I want to look at is the images.
Cool.
Cool? Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got subheadings, we've got our categories sorted. Our tags are pretty redundant, so I don't really bother with them. I'm going to set my featured image. I'll go to my library, which, guess what? It's all about cats.
Yay!
Yay. There's no black and white ones though at the moment.
That's okay. They're all cute. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, these are just amazing photos, aren't they? Really good.
They are really good.
Who's a good boy?
Those are good boys.
So now, hopefully, because I've been talking too much, now you'll notice that there's information. We're going to use this cat here because I like his face. You'll see over here under the attachment details, we've got the image. It tells us the size. and we can actually edit and change the image. I'm not going to bother with that. But I'm going to look at these 4 white boxes, and the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to paste in my keyword cleverly created title. So now that image has got 4 different ways of attracting SEO that use the words famous felines, fiction, cats and books.